Hello everyone, welcome to Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, all the product I used and all the dimensions will be listed below. There's a link to my online store if you wish to purchase any of these products. There's my email address if you have any questions. There's a link to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you join that. And finally, remember to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and help me grow into YouTube world. Well, it's the first week of October, and I've decided it is time to really get into Halloween. So this week we're going to be playing with Halloween stuff. But before I get started, before I show you what we're making, I wanted to let you know of a starter kit for if you want to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that is starting tomorrow on October 3rd. And what this is I'm going to read part of it to you, but you can get $35 off a starter kit, or you can get $35 more of product. So basically, option one, to get $35 off, you would get $125 worth of product for $64.35. That's a great deal. Or option two is you get more product, so you spend the normal $99 and you get $168.75 worth of product. Also on top of that, in the On-Stage online event is being held in November. I can't remember what day it is. I want to say the 11th, but I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that one. You'll get that for free. And of course, there's no shipping on the products you buy or get in your starter kit. You can pick anything you want. Becoming a demonstrator does not mean you have to do videos or have parties. You can just join to be a happy stamper and get the discount. So if you're interested in becoming a demonstrator, please send me an email and we can talk. But this special goes from the 3rd of October to the 31st. So if you're interested, let me know. I'd love to have you join my team, the Light Keepers. So thank you very much. Now, on to the project. We're going to have some fun this week. We're going to first do a Slimline card. Haven't done one in a while. I put a little skeleton dog on it. And I've decided that we're going line dancing at our favorite bar. And these are our line dancing cowboy skeletons. And this is my little bar with my little drink glasses. It's very simple, but it's cute. And it says, "No bounce about it, you're a sweet friend." So let's get started. Now, I've done a lot of prep work on this just to save us a little bit of time. So, which means I'm not going to stamp all the skeletons. Let's move this here. So what we have here is we have a pumpkin pie skeleton. We have a Cajun Craze skeleton. We have a copper clay skeleton. We have a gorgeous grape and a Cajun Craze. But you can make your skeletons any color you wanted. So I went ahead and cut the skeletons. And I also went ahead and cut all of the boots and hats for my boys and girls. Now the girls are going to be in red and the boys are going to be in black. These are really easy to put together. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat. I would definitely recommend this silicone mat for putting this together. And for some reason, I did not grab mine, so just one moment. There it is. I really recommend a silicone mat. So my girls are going to be the yellow and the gorgeous grape, which is those two. And the boys are these colors. And the girls are wearing red and the boys are wearing black. And there's a die that cuts out the boots and the hats. So I just decided I would put these guys together with you instead of stamping them today. There's going to be some stamping in the card, but we'll get these guys all together first. And they've got their, now the boys' hats are going up, straight up and down, and the girls' are tilted a little bit. You know, you can do them any way you want. You could do different colors. Just putting a little glue on each of those and putting their balls. So just pretend that when you're a little girl, or maybe a little boy, and there is right and left boots, so you have to make sure you grab the right ones. You're playing paper dolls, except this time you're playing with skeletons. So there's one done. Like I said, it doesn't take no time at all. A little glue here, a little bit on the feet. Okay. They just pop on just like that. Very simple, very easy. So there's another one, and one more boy here. You could have all boys or all girls or whatever you wanted. I just went with 3 of each. And you could put 6 across here, but I wanted to put a little bar in mine. And if you don't want the bar, you could just do 6 of them. His head's a little crooked there. And one more boot. Like I said, it's not very difficult to put these together. And we're just setting them all over here to dry. And get the girls over here. Do 2 of them at one time. I'll grab their hats first. And I'm tilting their hats off to the side a little bit. It's because they're mine and I can do what I want. And you can do the same. But I figured to cut a little time down, I would stamp all the skeletons. You've seen me stamp a skeleton before. Oop, gotta put this one on this one. Like I said, there's a right and a left, so you gotta make sure. And you can tell by the embossing on the boots themselves. They are embossed with a cute little pattern, and there we go. So there's all the skeletons for our card. So I'm going to set them over here and let them finish drying. You can stay on there for a moment. Okay, so some other components to the card we need. And I've got to grab my supplies over here. Is we need to build a bar in a few minutes. So you're going to need a piece of, this is Early Expresso. It's 1.5 by 1.5. And then I wanted something to go on front of my barn. So I decided that I was going to need to die cut a fence. And here's the fence. This is the one thing I did not die cut. And this is actually a deckled rectangle I did not use for something. And I'm just going to cut it out of there. So get a little cranky out here real quick. It's the one thing I didn't die cut. I think that was everything that needed to be die cut. I don't know why I didn't cut this one, but I didn't. New plates. Fairly new plates. And that came out okay. I'm just going to pop all those little pieces out. Get rid of them. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this on here. And it's going to come down, maybe a 1/4 inch from the top. So I know I don't need this piece here, but I want a little piece of the fence to stick out. So which one was that I said? This one here. I'm just going to snip it right in the center here. And we're going to glue this on here like that. We're going to get all the pieces built for this card. I'm just put a little glue on this. Doesn't take much. I'm really not squeezing, I'm just using what was on the tip. Not putting any at the bottom because we're going to trim that off a little bit. Like that. And we're just going to trim those off. And that's our bar for our country saloon, or bar, you want to call it. Roadhouse. Hang on, and get all these little pieces out of here. So that's the base of the bar. So on the bar, if you noticed, there was setting some little pieces there, some glasses. And what I did, I played with different things. I looked at using cardstock. I used looking at vellum, just different things. And I decided to grab this. And this is the More Dazzle paper. It's in the annual catalog. And it comes in gold and in champagne. I decided to use the champagne. You can tell I cut a real big piece off this, right? I cut a piece off this that was 3/8 of an inch. So it's 3/8 of an inch and 6 inches. And what I decided to do is I wanted to make a couple different shapes. So I wanted a tall one. So I just freehand it like there. There's a tall one. And then I wanted more of like a highball, a taller one. Like that. Just different shapes. And this one, I'm going to make a little taller. So you can make them, and if you wanted one, actually we can make one like this. More like a beer glass on this one, I guess. So I'm just taking off from, hang on here. We'll put a beer glass on this one. So I just cut this in the shape like a beer glass. So we have a tall, a little highball glass, and a beer mug, or beer glass. So those are the pieces for that. And you don't use much of this. It's just a little bit, and I freehand all that. So we want to take in, those are going to go on the top of this, and we'll put those on when we go to put the card together. So we have our bar and our glasses. Now, the other item on the front of the card, we need a stamp. And it is Eat, Shriek, and Be Scary. And I just realized I did not grab out the verse for the inside of our card. I'll grab that right now. And I just grabbed, this is just a piece of Daffodil. Doesn't matter which way you turn it. I'm going to grab black. And this is Eat, Shriek, and Be Scary. And I'm going to stamp it really close to the corner here. Just like that. Now we stamped all that. Let's go ahead and do the rest of the stamping we have for this card. We have the envelope. The first one I did was a dog. I decided I'm going to do a purple cat on this one because I can. That's one thing with Halloween. You can let your imagination run wild. You don't have to stick to rules, per se. And then for the inside of our card, we need a piece of basic white. Grab that. That is 8 3/4 by 3.5. And I need to put this on block. Just one moment. I grab a block because I forgot to grab this one. Oh, let's see here. What color do I want to put our verse inside? I put a purple cat on there. I think we're going to put Cajun Craze on the inside. I don't remember what color I put on the inside of the last one. They don't have to be the same. And we'll put that right up at the top here. And you can put something else on here if you wanted. So that's all the stamping on the card. So we'll set this aside. This one here, I'm not grabbing out trimmers or anything. I'm just going straight up, straight across. I'm going to come off a little bit off here. I don't care if it's perfectly straight or not. And that's our little sign there. So let's build the card now that we have all of our pieces. We'll start with the card base. This is 9 inches by 7.5, scored at 3 3/4. My head just went out here. It's like, oh, what did I score that at? Give that a good burnish. Now we have the inside of our card done already, so let's go ahead and stick that in right now to start with. A nice big margin on this one. Just like that. Okay. Now this is from the Countryside Inn paper. I like this because it looks like wallpaper to me. This is 8 3/4 by 2.5. And then I needed a floor. No, this belongs to this one. This piece is 6 by 1, and this is 2 3/4 by 1. Now, this paper, if you can tell, this is from One Horse Open Sleigh. These are some pieces, the one with a little fox on it. These are some pieces I'd cut off and was in my scrap pile. But we've had lots of wood grain out there. There's several other packages that have wood grain. So find something that has a wood grain or make your own. Use some ink and embossing stamp or whatever you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here just like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start with this 6-inch piece here and butt it up right against it. And then we'll put the next piece in to give us our floor. I'm sure many of you have friends you can think of that would really get a kick out of this card. I know I do. I'm going to take this and line it up there, right at the paper. Clear across, nice and straight. And then this is the shorter piece here. I want to make sure I cut that right. I did. That's off a little bit, but that's okay because that's about where we're going to set our bar, so it's not going to make any difference. So next, I want to set out and lay out where I want my guys. So I'm going to want a guy here, and I think I want one of the girls here. I want to make sure I've left enough room across here for everybody. That's why I'm setting them in here approximately where I want them, so I can put the bar in first. So about like that. So we're going to put the bar in first. So this is going to go flat. And I'm going to put it clear down to the bottom of the page. No, it's going right off the wood piece here. And then our drinking glasses. Just a little blue. We'll put that one there. Or you could use glue dots if you wanted. But this works pretty good. This is our beer type glass here. Set that one here. And this is our short little one. Someone's ordered a shot of something. And I thought those worked great for being some glasses on your card. So the next thing I want to do, I'll put this on last, but I want to put the first boy down right about here. And I've got to make sure that he's inside there, but I want to leave enough room for her. And she's going to come up. He's going to go further down, and she's going to come up about like that, and she's going on dimensionals. So he's going to sit about there. So he's going there. Bar's there. So we know we want her here. So let's start with this guy. I'm sort of just going from the ends, so I make sure everybody fits in there. A little bit of glue everywhere. And he's going to come down. And yes, he's off, but just make sure he's inside the card. So this one's going to go here closer to the bar. Like I said, it wasn't not a hard card to make. It's just, it's fun. And he's about that height. Just move around a little bit. I don't think I put any, I did put glue, I just didn't hold it long enough. Okay, let's grab some dimensionals for our girls. Excuse me, one more. I'm going to grab some glue dimensionals. And you can use whatever color you wanted, white or black. I actually think I have some black sitting right here, so I'll use black. And her head and her body, and her head and body. They will take big ones just fine. And this one will take a couple big ones. And then we'll grab a couple small ones here. Put them on the feet. I'm not going to really worry about the hands there too much. They can be free on these guys. Not like that. And we'll peel off some backs. And we'll put her up a little bit now. And we'll put this one on. Like I said, I think it's a fun card. And we'll put her up a little bit too. About like that. And then we'll put the saying on. Now, I didn't add any bling to this. These skeletons are all out dancing and drinking. And I put bling in the cups, and I figured that was just enough. So that's our card. It's a really simple little card, but it's fun. I hope you give this a try. And I will see you on Wednesday. Just remember the signing promotional for new demonstrators to sign up starts tomorrow. If you want to take advantage of that and get some great product, you can buy this set and many other sets out of the new mini catalog. This is a good time because you can order out of the mini catalog and the annual catalog. So if you have any questions about becoming a demonstrator and would you like to join my team, please drop me an email and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I will see you on Wednesday. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.